Hello everyone. It's Friday, July 24th in Tokyo, and it is 11:30 in the morning Tokyo time. So market's been open a couple hours now. Just wanted to go over a post I just made to the blog and just talk to you about how fast these kind of setups develop. And by the time I get it typed up and get the charts copied and pasted and yada yada yada, and then by the time you guys would get the information, the break would already happen. And that's where the idea for the live room comes in, because we can just sign on and get into the live room and just kind of hang out. You guys leave it on in the background. When I have something to say, I'll say it, or when I see something, I'll point it out. It's not like I'm going to be talking the whole entire time. But it's also going to be a chat format where you guys can send in questions via a chat board, and I can answer them. It'll just be a chat between you and I. It won't be like a general chat with everybody, because once people, if everybody's in the room and chatting back and forth, it's going to be hard for me to pick out which questions are directed to me. If, two other traders are talking amongst each other, then I'm going to have to spend a lot of time sifting through the chat rather than watching the charts. And that's the whole point of the chat room or the webcast room, is to go over the charts and watch price action and discuss it and point things out as things are happening. Anyway, on the post, I wrote that the pound yen and the euro yen are both forming clear support levels. During the past few hours, watch for breaks below. After the breaks, watch for support at the orange resistance lines and the green fibs. Anyway, so what happened was this, I didn't give numbers or anything. I was trying to type as fast as I can. I had the fib level up. You can see I've pointed this kind of setup before. We've got candles coming down. I like to see at least 3 or 4 candles coming down and touching the support. That way you know that price action is hammering that support level and maybe is looking for a breakdown. And it can also be in reverse. It can be support lines bumping a well, actually here, this isn't a great example, but we'll use it as an example at least. Right here's not a bad example. Had lines coming up and hitting this 54.40, and then this came up and then finally went through. Not saying that I trade this. I like looking at trades an hour or two and an hour or two after any major market openings. Well, specifically Tokyo and London. London being the favorite, because just London tends to move a lot more. But anyway, back to this trade on the pound yen. We've got these candles coming down and hitting the 23 the 23.6 line. I drew the fib from the low a couple days ago, and then the high from just a few hours ago. This is what I call as a short-term fib, because it's it's just a couple days. Anyway, but you can see where it came down and was hitting that 23. When I see that and it's clearly hitting that line, this fib level is being used by other traders, so it's a good indicator. And it did make the break down to the psych level of 56. Not a huge break. Let's get a measurement on that. That is 156.34. So 34 pip break down so far. It did bust through down here a little bit, right there. And since it has poked through, it's more than likely it's going to make an attempt to keep going. And there it goes right now. Hopefully it will continue down to this 38 or the next minor psych level of this 155.50 here. And then this 155.40 has really been holding up. It did yesterday, came into play again. in the during London. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, the other thing that I was talking about was the euro yen. Let me check my time here. You know, they got the 10-minute window for YouTube. Yeah, we're doing okay. Also, same thing. I took the low from a day and a half ago, brought it up to the high just a few hours ago. Another short-term fib. You can see that this came pretty close. This 38.2 is at near this prior support resistance area of 34.18, which is right here. This candle came and it just sat there, and that's when I started typing up. Well, that's what caught my eye, is when this candle came down and touched. I'm thinking, okay, that's forming a heavy support, so we need to watch for a break. And by the time I get it typed up, copy and paste the charts, the break had already started to happen. It was down to here by the time I added the post to the blog. So that's, you know, that's why I like the idea of the live room. If you guys, we'll see how I enjoy it, and we'll see how you guys take to it. And if you guys like it, you know, we'll go from there. But anyway, you can see where it did come down and touch the 50 fib. And so again, that just makes me feel good about these fib lines. So anyway, so it did break the support here at 34.18 and made a run down to the 50. Let's get a measurement on that and see how many pips that is. Not a lot, but 133.85 from 18, so 33 pips so far. We'll see what else it does. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to point that out, discuss with you why I see that. And these kind of setups, when it does that, you know, it'll come down, make a touch. This candle bounced back down and made a touch before it went back up, and then this candle came down and touched and just sat there. And when it just sits there, you kind of know, price action wise, that it's probably going to make the breakthrough. And then when it breaks through that support, it's just funny how it will continue to go down. Those are the breaks I like to watch for. It was a couple hours into the Tokyo session, or actually just an hour, I think, into the Tokyo session. I always get with all these clocks and everything, I keep forgetting. Anyway, I think it's just an hour into this Tokyo session, so it finally made the break of that support. So anyway, guys, I hope this was helpful. I just wanted to explain that, point it out, give you a little more idea on what the live room will be like once we get it open. Just trying to get more people, trying to get more traffic through the website, more people interested in it. So if you guys haven't taken the poll on the front page of the website, go ahead and please do that, just so I know if you're interested or not. I do have two different websites, by the way. So there's this, the Forex Trade Pros, and then I've got the FX Trade Pros, and then I also have the Forex Pro Managers. You know, just domain names that I had sitting around because I was going to do a website for my Forex account management service. And I just, when the economy kind of went south, it was lack of interested investors at the time, so it kind of got put on the back burner. And then I started doing this stuff with Forex Factory and talking to people and just having fun with it, so it changed over to helping traders out and sharing ideas with other traders too. So anyway, guys, I'll get this posted, and if I see anything develop later, I'll let you know. Take care.